we've settled the employment tribunal case, the legal proceedings with Azeem Rafiq. Absolutely no restrictions have been placed on Azeem on what he can or cannot say about his experiences. The settlement does not involve a non-disclosure agreement. The club was wrong to have asked Azeem to agree to an NDA in the past, and he rightly refused. And we've apologised unreservedly for previously making that demand. Our offer means Azeem will be free to speak about his experiences publicly. He's free to answer any questions that are put to him when he wants, and that includes the Select Committee hearing that's scheduled for the 16th of November. The revelations about complaints of racial discrimination and their handling at this cricket club over the past 18 months have rocked the sporting world. But let me be clear from the outset. Racism or any form of discrimination is not banter. It's simply not acceptable. My heart goes out to anyone who has experienced racism or discrimination or abuse of any kind. This has been a painful and difficult period for Yorkshire County Cricket Club and all those associated with it. I thank Azeem Rafiq for his bravery in speaking out. Azeem is a whistleblower and should be praised as such, and he should never have been put through this. And I'd like to apologise to him. We're sorry for what you and your family experienced and the way in which we've handled this. What happened to you must never happen again to anyone. As an outsider coming into this situation, it's clear to me that we've handled this issue badly and the investigation was flawed. We need to learn from our mistakes and ensure the right people in place and ensure we do better. Not only in terms of the root issues of racism or discrimination, but also how, as a club, we deal with any issues that arise going forward. Clearly, there's a problem. And I've been appointed to see if this club is institutionally racist and how we can address that. Part of my role will be to examine and be clear about what errors have been made in the handling of Azeem Rafiq's complaints, both in terms of the investigation and the actions required following it, and how we can learn from them. Another part of my role will be to examine the report which looks at several specific instances of alleged racism, but for me, not necessarily the totality of the issue. And I'm determined to look at the pattern of behaviours which could suggest institutional racism within the club, how this manifests itself and what we can do about it. But clearly this is a complex issue, a complex situation, and it won't be easy. While some strides have been made in the area of racism across the world of sports, this episode highlights a huge amount of work that still needs to be done. There's a clear need for an urgent and seismic change, starting from within. And I'm determined to lead this club to a better and more positive future.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
We are all in to kick it out.
Partnering to end racism in sport.